Okay, now, this particular worksheet is not that difficult. So when I take a look at your answers, right? Okay, let me see the answers again. All right, when I look at your answers, somehow the MCQ quite well done. Many of you actually got all the answers correct. So we do have students making mistakes, but the mistakes is very minimal. So when we look at the questions, okay, because I'm not giving you any more notes, I have given you sufficient notes. So for today, we will be looking at the questions straight away, right? So later we can watch some videos to strengthen your knowledge in this area. But right now, let's start off with the questions. Are you all ready with your worksheet? Do you all print out the worksheet? Or, okay, maybe I need to know this. How many of you actually do print out the worksheets before tutorial? Kanishka, she raised her hand. Good. Who else? Jakai, do you print out the worksheet? You don't. Okay, who else will do that? So how do you all actually look at the question and answers, and how do you write down the notes? Jakai used to, huh? Now you don't. Now you copy in your own notebook. Okay, but do you have the access to the question and the answers? How do you do it? Okay, Rachel is here. You have access to the answers, but you don't have access to the question. Okay. Now, I better check with all of you. Now, is it every tutorial worksheet? Do you have a copy of it? It's important to have a copy of it. Do you all know why? And do you all know how to? Okay, good. You have a copy, soft copy, is it? Yeah, make sure you all have because it's crucial in the computer. Yeah, in the computer means soft copy. So, how many of you don't know how to get the soft copy? Put up your hand. If you don't know, you must tell me. Celestine don't know, huh? Okay. So, Celestine, do you print out or what? You don't print out. Okay, you need to keep a copy on your computer. You don't know how to do it, is it? Okay, you have to let me know. I think it's important that you do let me know this. All right, so for example, today is Wednesday. Okay, Gordon got kicked out. Right, so let me show you how to access. Okay, for example, all right, I'm showing you my own as a teacher's one, but you should have something that is similar. Okay, can you see my screen over here? Are you able to see this screen over here? Yes or no? Yes, okay. Do you have something like that also? You do, right? You can see the past tutorial, isn't it? Click on the past tutorial. Okay, you will see your own group here, right now. Okay, so at the bottom, for me, I can see the students, you cannot. Okay, but I'm sure you can see the class notes as well as the watch again. Watch again is our lesson video of last week. All right. Okay, then class notes, if you were to click on this, yeah, you click on this, it will be downloaded, right? Celestine, you're listening, right? Okay, I can't see your face, Celestine. Okay, so once you have it, all right, you click on this downloaded worksheet, which is the class notes. Can you all see this? This is actually last week's tutorial worksheet. Okay, this is last week's one with the annotation. Remember, I wrote down quite a bit of things. Correct or not? Every lesson, you have access to all this. It says worksheet 6. Okay, so you can save this as a copy. So that is one way. Celestine, can you understand this part now? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, this is for the notes that, the teacher has already put in. For example, after the lesson, okay, your teacher would have uploaded, okay, the worksheet, right, together with whatever that is written inside the worksheet. Sometimes we also attach the notes inside. That means extra notes. Okay, so this will be useful for your own revision. Remember, I keep telling you, don't copy, don't spend so much time copying a lot of things on my slides, right? Yeah, because you can download all this. Good. So let's see now you're clear. So you can actually download this and keep a copy. All right. And I have to let you know, you only have access to the previous 4 worksheets. So if you have been in my class, you can still access the last 4. Earlier than that, you cannot access anymore. So every lesson, you try to make sure, okay, for example, after today's lesson, right? Okay, by the next lesson, you should have downloaded. Okay, so today, you can go and download last week's class notes. Then next week, right, you download today's class notes. Can y'all do that? So those of you who have not done this, quickly go and do it. Okay, so I'm going to start. Jakai, I will also prefer you to download this one, Jakai. Why? Because of the notes that has been written during lesson time. Sometimes you cannot copy fast enough. It's good for you to have a copy of this. Then you can go and touch up your own notes. Okay, thank you. Yep, quickly go to the toilet. I'm going to start with the first few questions, should be quite easy. Right? So over here, a candle is lit under a windmill. So the windmill will start to turn after a while. Which of the following correctly shows the energy changes? So we know that, candle over here, okay? We talked about candle before. So candle possess certain form of energy. What is the energy that candle has? Yeah. Tanishka, I saw that. There's a C that you put. Yeah. Okay. Rachel says chemical. Is it just chemical? So can I write chemical energy? Can or cannot? Cannot. Very good. Okay. Jakai actually shook his head this way. Okay. So we can say that the candle actually possess potential or chemical potential energy. This energy can be converted into other forms of energy. Okay, only if, let's say, we start burning the candle, right? So after you lit the candle, what do you have? Chemical potential energy becomes what? What do you see here? This is the flame. Okay, Josie says heat energy. Thank you, Josie. Is it just heat energy that is being converted to? Yes, Baron, very fast, huh? There's also light energy. That's correct. Okay, now, so when we see this already, you know that there's air particles all around, isn't it? So the air particles that is very near the flame will actually get some form of heat, isn't it? So when they get heat, right, it's a form of energy and it can actually make the air particles move faster. Do you all know that? Okay, so the air particles will start to move faster. Yep, so we of course wouldn't say that, kinetic energy of air. So Miss Day mentioned this last lesson. Okay, whenever you're talking about moving air, okay, so long as the air is moving, we classify that under wind. Okay, so that's why you will see that the wind is moving air which possess kinetic energy. So when this air moves up, the moving air moves up, right? It will actually cause this blades to start moving. Okay, so kinetic energy of the moving air will then be converted to kinetic energy of the windmill. Is it okay, Gordon? Gordon, all right, huh? Can you understand this part? Rachel, okay? Ted, okay? Jerkai, okay? Yeah. Shen Shen, are you all right? Shen Shen, you never turned on camera today. Kashita as well. Ramus. So therefore, our answer is A. And actually, when I look at your answer, yeah, only one person got it wrong. out of all the students who have done this, 13 minus 2, 11 of you did this. All right. 11 of you did this. Now, I have one question. In this answer, we talk about the candle. Okay. Then there's heat energy of the candle. Then kinetic energy of the wind, kinetic energy of the windmill. What about this? What about this? Why is it that light energy is not inside here? Tanishka?
They ask for energy changes.
Okay, but light energy is produced, right? In this case. So why is it that light energy is not inside our equation here? How come it's not under the transformation?
It's unnecessary for this one. It's not involved in any conversions.
Very good. So the light energy here is not involved in any of the conversion. Yeah, okay. Josie also typed the same thing, Ina, saying that light energy is not needed for the air to move, which is true. So let's say when you go higher level, they will even ask you to calculate the energy that has been transformed from one stage to another. So after that, then they will start asking, how come not all the chemical potential energy of the candle is converted to, the kinetic energy of the windmill? How come what we start off with, remember energy cannot be lost, what? Oh, sorry, energy cannot be destroyed, what? Energy cannot be created. So how come, let's say I have 1,000 units of this, and then eventually over here, there's only 800 units at the end. So what happened? So this is the time you can start saying, right? Because some of the chemical potential energy of the candle is also converted to light energy. Okay, so in a way, it is being lost during the path of transformation. Are you all clear now? Yeah, so questions can be asked this way when you're at higher level, not now, but eventually you will be learning all this. Okay, good. So I'm glad that you understand. And those of you who didn't know about the light energy part, how come it's not inside the equation? Now you know. All right. So it is not involved in the energy transformation. Okay, let me go on to question 2. Now, Jaline blew through a straw as shown below. Which one of the following correctly shows the energy changes? Okay, so Jaline is a person here. So she started blowing through the straw. Okay, and then what is this thing here? What is this plant that she is holding on to? Anyone knows? What is this plant? Have you all tried that? Baron says it could be cotton. Josie says it's dandelion. Right? Okay, let me try to find dandelion. Who else? Who else has the answer to this? Cotton flower. Let me see cotton flower as well. Okay. Actually, it's not dandelion. All right. If I show you what is dandelion, it's useful for you all to know this lah. Okay. If you're talking about dandelion, can you see? Dandelion looks like this. It's a round shape. Then when you blow, then you have all these flying off. This is actually, the one in the question is called lalang. Have you all seen lalang before? Have you all? Okay, when you go to, let's say, a very huge grass patch area, sometimes you can see plants like this, with some white feathery things sticking out. These are known as lalang. When I was young, we have quite a bit of this, on the grassland, and I like to pull them